Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and merciful. This is Divisional Public School and Intermediate College, Lahore. Hi everyone, here we are again with a new lesson. The lesson 2 of Grade 5 Science series is all about Unit 7, that is Matter and Water Cycle. Hi everyone, nice to see you all again. Today we are gonna cover the second half of Unit 7 here. That is all about reversible and irreversible changes and the events involved in water cycle. Well, before we step ahead, let's see some important points from the lesson 1. In lesson 1, we have seen that matter exists in three states. These are solids, liquids, and gases. We see in the lesson 1 that each state of matter has its own characteristics. Like solids have a fixed shape and fixed volume, liquids have variable shape but fixed volume, and gases have variable shape and variable volume. From lesson 1, we also know that different states of matter are interconvertible. Like when solids are converted into liquids, it is melting. When liquids are converted into gases, it is evaporation. When the gases are converted back to the liquid state, this is condensation. And when the liquids are converted back to their solid state, this is freezing. In sublimation, solids are directly converted to their vaporized form or gaseous form. Well, in today's lesson, we will see the changes in the states of matter can be reversible and irreversible. Then in the last part of the lesson, we will see the events of the water cycle, how the water cycle is carried on by evaporation and condensation through the formation of clouds and then rain come to us. Changes taking place in different states of matter can be of two types. They can be reversible or irreversible. Let's see what does this mean. Reversible changes, no new substance is produced. These are also called physical changes. The common examples of reversible changes include dissolving, evaporation, melting, and freezing. Oh yeah, I know. When I cool the water, it converted into ice. But when I heat it, the water is regained. This is a very good example of reversible change. Some of the common examples of reversible changes include melting of your ice lolly, melting of chocolate, then stretching a rubber band. All these three are very good examples of reversible changes. As you have noticed, in all these three examples, no new substance is formed. The original shape of the object is regained. That's why these are called reversible or physical changes. Now, let's see what are irreversible changes. These changes cannot go backward, means you can't regain the original state of the object. These changes provide an entirely new substance. These are also called chemical changes. The common example of reversible changes include frying of an egg. You can't regain the raw egg from the fried egg. Then, this is a baked cake. You can't regain the ingredients of the cake from a baked cake. Similarly, you can't regain the clay and water once the pot is formed. Now you have a good understanding of reversible and irreversible changes. It's quiz time now. You will answer me in 5 seconds and will tell me either it is a reversible change or irreversible change. Well, these beautiful birds are formed by folding papers. What do you say? Is it a reversible change or irreversible change? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, time up. Yes, you're right, it's a reversible change. What about blowing a balloon? Is it a reversible change or irreversible change? Think over it and answer me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes, you're right, it's a reversible change. Well, everyone, I know you're all quite happy to see this image because this is a very common and familiar example for all you. Ice turning into water. It's melting, na? So what do you say? Is it a reversible change or a irreversible change? Yeah, your time. Your time is going so fast. Oh, it's 0. But you're right, it's a reversible change. Now, what about burning matchsticks? Think over it quite quickly. Your time starts right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes, you're right. It's a irreversible change. Oh, it's a toasted bread. The bread we eat in breakfast. What do you say? Is it reversible or irreversible? Think over it. Your time. Oh, it's going so fast. Well, 0. Yes, it's a irreversible change. Oh, better now. After bread. What do you say? Melting butter is reversible or irreversible change? Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes, it's a reversible change. Now, what about freezing an orange juice? I know this is quite easy for you and you will answer me rightly. So, your time starts now. The time is going so fast. Well, yes, it's a reversible change. Rusted iron. Think over it, it's somewhat difficult. What do you say? Okay, your time starts right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes, you are right, it's an irreversible change. It's a burning wood. The last one, everyone. Think over it and answer me. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's great. It's an irreversible change. You all did it very well. Well done, everyone. From lesson 1, we know that different states of matter are interconvertible, like liquids can be converted into gases. This is called evaporation. And gases can get back to their liquid state. This is called condensation. Evaporation and condensation both are the examples of reversible changes. In nature, the very good example of evaporation and condensation is the phenomena of water cycle. Hey, you are drinking water. That's great. It's really a very good habit to drink more water. It's very good for health. But do you know how old this water is? Yeah, Miss Eric, I think it's a couple of days old. But I think it's 2 week old. Hey, you both will be quite surprised to know that the water we are drinking is billion years old. Miss Eric, you mean to say we are drinking the water of the dinosaur era? How is it possible? Yes, it's possible because water we are drinking is constantly being recycled. Very good, Merrick. You really answered it very well. Now let's see how this water is recycled. The water is recycled by the series of events. These are evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and then collection in the water bodies. All these events are collectively studied in the water cycle. Water cycle. Water cycle is actually a combination of processes that circulates the water. Water is circulated between Earth's oceans, atmosphere, and land. This water is circulated in the form of rain and snow, drainage in the streams and river, and then this water is returned to the atmosphere by transpiration and evaporation. In water cycle, the sun heats up the water and converts it to vapors. This vaporized water, when get to the upper colder layer of atmosphere, these vapors condense and form clouds. When clouds become filled with this water, they fall as rain or precipitation. This rainwater then collects in streams and rivers and finally flows down towards the sea. Here, the land water is going to the atmosphere by vaporization and it's again coming back to the land by condensation and precipitation. Because this is a cyclic pathway, that's why we call it water cycle. Now I'm gonna wind up today's lesson by this video. The video has the summarized view of water cycle. I hope you will enjoy the video. Allah Hafiz and thank you for watching this lesson.
Let me show you how to make rain at home.
Water is turning into vapor due to heating.
Like sun heats the water in the ponds and rivers and water becomes vapor. Let me put a cover on it. It is not hot. Water gets evaporated due to heat. It reaches the cover. As the cover's temperature is low, it condenses. Then more water drop combines and it precipitates.
Wow! Let me note it down how rain happens. First, evaporation happens, then water molecules come close and condensation happens. Then drops become bigger and heavier and precipitation happens.
First, evaporation, then condensation and precipitation. Then rain happens.